good morning and welcome to VSA Couple 5 Minute Morning Miner on Monday, April the 28th. Gosh, April has whizzed by. Will be May before we can say Jack Robinson. And the sun's out. We're going to have a fortnight of beautiful weather at least. So, morning, Paul. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, and enjoying it all. Yep.
No, it's difficult
Did
not
you
to.
run the London Marathon?
I did not run the London Marathon, no. My wife obviously the other day did run the London Half Marathon, which was good on her. She raised over £3,000, and my son has raised the London Marathon in the past, both running for the Royal Marsden Hospital, which is where my son had his treatment. So we do support it. Anyway, moving swiftly on to mining. There's a few bits and pieces out today, actually. Let's just quickly start off with one that's, is it mining? Is it not mining? It's always the big question. It's helium. It's Pulsar Helium. Had a bit of flow testing, Paul, didn't they?
Yes, they did, announcing on their Topaz project, Lake County, Minnesota, flow testing or well testing activities for their Jetstream 1 and Jetstream 2 wells, wellhead pressure, and so forth and so on. And flow rate on Jetstream 2 in particular, 821,000 cubic feet per day, which is a rather good flow rate for sure. It'll be interesting to see once they put it to production just how long it'll be able to sustain that. Sustain that rate. And they've got further cleanup on the wells to do there and drilling fines to be removed, and that's will be done over the next 6 to 10 week period. So making progress on this project.
Yeah, and again, just to reiterate, of course, helium is very strategic. Being in Minnesota is pretty important. Being in America, and with helium, it does have seepage. So having local supply is very important. Let's move on to, again, one of my sort of favourites. There's quite a lot of news coming out at the moment, but a bit of a management change around here at Cornish Metals. Owen is off and two new guys in, Paul.
Yes, that's right. And for Cornish in particular, we're looking at David Howe coming in as general manager for the South Crofty mine. That name is familiar in the mining industry. He's been around for 35 years. And then the other guy appointed is project director Guillermo Alcazar, and his background is in producing roles for both Eldorado Gold in Greece and First Majestic Silver, where he was in charge of infrastructure projects. So two production skilled guys joining the team at Cornish.
It's really starting to rev up at Cornish Metals. This is going to be the first into production. I think that they're really starting to make some pretty serious moves forward. You've always got the classic case of the Lassonde curve, unfortunately, that tends to mean that people always worry, is there another fundraise to come? But even if there is, and the market knows it, it would obviously be incredibly good news, and I think they'll be very successful. I think it's looking pretty good at Cornish Metals at the moment, I have to say. Right. What else should we talk about, Paul? There's a few actually odds and sods out there, aren't there? Why don't you just pick one?
Yeah, the big piece of finance news here for European Metals Holdings, the Czech selection panel has, for the EU Just Transition Fund, has approved a US $36 million grant for their Sinovec project there on the Czech-German border. That is a Gryson style lithium project there that was historically mined for tungsten as well. So this is one of the major European mine projects. It was historically mined during World War II, but will get restored here to production in due course, specifically to get some lithium out of it.
And the price has reacted very well to that. It's up 25% or so when I last looked. So well done them. Whilst on E-Metals, Empire Metals had a little bit of good news, didn't they?
I'll let you cover that one. I haven't got it in front of me.
All right, I've caught you out, Paul. Sorry about that. Look, they just got more. It's quite a punter's little favourite, this one, all right? But it's an interesting company. Titanium down in Australia, and they've just basically drilled some more holes, got some more very good results, shall we say. So good news coming out of that one. let's move on. What else, Paul?
Also, Baker Steel's annual results came out too. Nice to see the growth in NAV by 16% year over year, which brings their fund up to a net asset value of just shy of 96 million sterling here. And it is enjoying the rise based on a better outlook for the juniors in particular, since their portfolio does have a number of juniors in it.
And we obviously get quarterly results from them, so we've been watching that go up. So it shouldn't be a surprise that they've had a good full year. Any final ones, Paul?
That's all for me.
In which case, we'll love you and leave you, as they say, and be back tomorrow. Thanks.
Very good.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.